Well, it's that time again. It's time to announce the 2023-2024 Central Washington Championship Series, brought to you by DG Designs. Let's get into it. Alright guys, like you saw in the intro, it's that time again. Time to talk about the point season, talk about the upcoming racing season, what we've got going on, what classes are, and our schedule. And we've got some big announcements for this year's championship series. Brought, like you saw in the intro, brought to you by DG Designs. Dave Grabowski has jumped in to be our primary series sponsor this year. I want to thank Dave for doing that. He's going to be providing a controller wrap to our champion at the end of the season in April. So thank you, Dave, for taking on this, and we'll do you right by promoting you and putting up some sponsorship all over the racetracks for you and everything else. So very, very cool. Thank you, Dave, for doing that, and it's going to be great fun. We've also got a couple other sponsors. One that just committed today while I was at work. And these will be class sponsorships. I'm trying to get sponsors for each class of our 6 classes that we run. And then Slot Car Crazy, the YouTube channel, is going to be sponsoring the Promoter's Choice class. And we're going to be providing, as me and you subscribers, a $30 prize to the champion of the Promoter's Choice class. So very, very cool there. So we have 4 returning classes from last season, and 2 new classes this season. And we've moved one class from one spot to another spot to make room for one of the new classes. So first up will be our 3 pancake arm classes. We're retaining the Auto World Thunderjet 500s, but they're going to be known this year as the Slot and Stuff Auto World Thunderjet Ultra Gs. Andrew at Slot and Stuff is going to be sponsoring the Auto World class for us. Thank you, Andrew, for stepping up and doing that. He's sending a really cool prize that's actually already on its way. That'll be awarded to the champion at the end of its season, at the end of its point season. And thank you, Andrew, for sponsoring this class. We'll do you right as well by promoting you throughout the season and everything else. Next, one of the other returning classes, of course, is our freight class. This year, it will be known as the Wizard High Performance Freight class. R.C. Lincoln from Wizard has said that he would step up and sponsor this class and give a $25 or $30, we haven't specified which yet, credit or certificate to the Wizard website to the champion of the freight class. Thank you, R.C., for doing that. Very, very cool, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this class this season and all that good stuff. Next up, one of the other returning classes will be the Jag DK4 cars. They're coming back, no rule changes there. And then the other returning class is going to be our unlimited magnet car class. This time, though, it will be known as the Viper Performance High or Unlimited Magnet class. Dan at Viper today has committed to a $25 gift certificate to our champion in the unlimited magnet car class. So thank you, Dan, for doing that. I hit him up earlier in the week, and he came back today and said, yes, I'll do it, and we'll do you right too, Dan, and we'll promote Viper. There's about 3 of us running Viper cars, including me, so hopefully one of us Viper guys can take that championship and do you proud. So very, very cool. So the 2 new classes are going to be Unlimited T-Jet and M chassis. Either Rollcore or Lifelike. Either one is eligible. They're both the same car basically. And you can run any body you want to run from Rollcore, AMRAC, Lifelike, the whole range family. You can run anybody you want to run in this class except for the Indy car. You cannot run an open wheel. It's got to be a full body car. So let's talk about the rules in each class. We'll start with the Auto World Thunderjet cars, the Slot and Stuff Auto World cars. They will be in the 1 slot this year. same rules as last year. Stock car, you can run any rear tire as long as it fits the stock hub, and you can run any posted body you want to run. So everything else on that car has to be bone stock. Frey, of course, we run the Frey and Ferndale rules, so if you need to check those out, go to the Frey and Ferndale page, look up the rules there, and you'll be able to find the rules there for that car. The only thing that we differ from them is their individual, they only allow the Aurora chassis. We will allow anything that is legal for the team race, the individual race, or the IROC race. So the dash chassis, the WizJet chassis are all legal in our class along with the original Aurora cars. So that's very, very cool. Okay, next up in the 3 slot will be our unlimited T-Jets. There is no rules in this class, but there is 5 requirements that the car has to meet. 1, it has to fit the tech block, so we don't have a ton of wide cars. We have issues with everybody hitting tires. So the car has to fit the tech block. The chassis may not protrude through the body unless it is protruding through a portion of the body that was legitimately there, like the rear window, like in Frey cars. So, like how the Frey cars protrude through the rear window, that will be legal, and there is no limit to how far it can protrude up through that window. So, that is the 3 slot is the third requirement is it has to be a pancake armature. No inlines. We're not going to, super, tuck up a chassis and throw in an inline motor and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to keep this reasonable, cheap, and easy to do. So it has to be a pancake arm. Number 4, you cannot add anything to the chassis that was not there. So you cannot add weight and you cannot add traction magnets to the chassis. And then the 5th and final requirement to the car is there's 4 cars that are eligible for this class: an original Aurora chassis, a WizJet chassis, a dash chassis as long as it's not a Mondo, and the TFX car. So that kind of gives you a reason why we're building up a super fast TFX car, because that car is legal in this class. Trying to make it to where if you want to build it from the ground up, you can, or you can go out and buy a TFX car and just start throwing motor magnets and armatures at it. Fairly reasonable, fairly cheap, and the car's already got wide tires front and rear. You're already ready to go there, so all you need is a good body and then some magnets and an armature and all that kind of stuff. So that is that class. Of course, the DK4 cars, they have to be wide tires all the way around, a stock car, late model, sportsman style body, and you can add weight to the cars. You can see there's weight glued to the side of this car. So same rules as last year. The new class, the M chassis cars, bone stock. You can run any rear wheel and tire, but it has to be on the stock axle with the stock gear. So that is basically a stock class with any rear tire you want to run on the stock axle with the stock gear. And then, of course, the unlimited magnet car, the Viper unlimited magnet car class. Anything goes. It can be plastic body, Lexan body, anything you want to run, any special build, any special, one-off cars out there, whatever. Anything is legal in that class to run in the unlimited, the Viper unlimited magnet car class. So the pairings this year will be Slot and Stuff Auto Worlds, and the DK4 cars will be weekend 1. Weekend 2 will be the Wizard High Performance Frey cars teamed up with the M chassis cars. And then the 3rd week will be the Unlimited weekend. The Unlimited T-Jet with the Viper Unlimited Magnet cars for the 3rd weekend. And then, of course, we just run over and start going back through the order once again. Each class gets run 4 times a season. And, of course, we have the Slot Car Crazy Promoter's Choice class also with those. So there's 3 races a weekend, just like last year. Now, we did make a change to the points. It was that we threw out your 2 lowest weekends. But we got to thinking about it, and Stan came up, well, you're still kind of screwed in for the class championship. Because once you miss a race, you're pretty much done in that class. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to take and throw out the lowest score from each class. So you're only going to be scored on 3 races in each class, and we're going to throw out the 2 lowest scores in the Promoter's Choice class. That will determine the class champions, and then we're going to take the throwaways, add them up, and then that total will be deducted from your overall point total to determine the overall champion. So that's how we're going to do it this year. I kind of worked that with last year's point season, and it really didn't change anything other than the fact that the points were closer between Elijah and Stan. I think Stan beat him by 69 points. With this new format that we're running this year, he only beat him by 30. So it'll be closer, and hopefully a lot more fun, and a lot more people will be able to compete for class championships a little better by throwing out your lowest score from each class, and then of course the Promoter's Choice. So schedule. We'll be starting on October 1st at Stan's house, so there'll be 2 races in October, 2 races in November, 1 race in December, and then 2 in January, 2 in February, 2 in March, and then 1 race in April to close out the season. So we'll alternate back and forth between my house and Stan's house. The first 2 months are a little gobbled up because we were going to race 3 times in October, but a bunch of people couldn't make the 17th of October, so we've dropped that race. So we're racing on the 1st of October, the 20th and the 29th of October, and then will be the 19th of, the 1st of October, the 29th of October. Then we'll be running back-to-back weekends in November, the 12th and the 19th. Then will be December 10th, and then we'll have almost a month break, actually a little over a month break between that and the next race because of Christmas, New Year's, the whole holiday thing. We'll be back on the 14th of January here, 28th it stands, the 11th of February here, the 25th it stands, the 10th of March here, the weekend after the fray, and the 24th at Stan's house, and then we finish up the 7th of April right here to crown an Unlimited, a Viper Unlimited, Magnet Car Champ, an Unlimited TJ Champ, and the DG Designs 2023-2024 Central Washington State Champ. So that's the schedule. Those are the classes this year. If you want to show up, you live in the Northwest, we would love to have you guys show up. You need to know where races and stuff are, just message me either in the Stock Car Crazy group or here on the YouTube channel or any other way. We'll get you guys get you to where you need to be and all that kind of stuff, because we would love to have a lot of people run this series this year, especially with the sponsors we have and the stuff that's going on this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great thing. There is no, just to let you guys, if you've never raced with us before, there is no entry fee. Just show up, bring your cars, have some fun. We do ask that you bring something for everybody to donate to the eating table, so we can keep everybody all fed and everything. But there is no payment to be in this series. You just show up, race, have fun. Everything we do for this is either donated by our sponsors now or donated by us within the group. So we love to have fun, and we love to meet everybody, and we would love to have a lot of new people here race with us this year. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this class. I want to thank Dave Grabowski, DG Designs, for stepping in and becoming the series sponsor. I want to thank RC Lincoln at Wizard for sponsoring the Fray class. I want to thank Andrew at Slot and Stuff for sponsoring the Auto World class. And I want to thank Dan at Viper for sponsoring the Unlimited Magnet Car class. There may be a couple other announcements with sponsor-wise coming soon. I haven't heard back from a couple of people. I'm hoping they're going to be in. And if they are, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'll let you guys know what those are if those pan out. So, very cool. So, have a great week. I can't wait to get this underway. We're going to have a lot of fun. Next weekend, don't forget to check out the bi-weekly featured car from earlier today. Don't forget to check out the walk-around tomorrow, the Crash of the Week on Thursday, and next Saturday's Speed Shot. If you didn't catch yesterday's Speed Shot, go back and take a look at that on the Shorts channel, on the short side. Next weekend, we're going to be building some TFX motors, getting this car ready to rock and roll for the season, and showing you what you can do and how you can hop up one of these TFX cars. So, have a great week. Remember to keep that pin in the slot, the wheels on the downside. Keep racing slot cars. We're going to have some fun this season. Thank you to everybody that's sponsoring, and thank you for everybody that's watching. And hopefully you guys can show up for a race or two and vie for a championship and try to get in on some of this money that we're getting from these guys and prizes and all that good kind of stuff. So I'll catch you guys next week. We'll catch you guys next week and have some fun, and we'll catch you then. I'm out. Bye.